Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are seeing my face for the very first time, hi, my name is Nima, and on this channel I talk about all things travel and relocation. If that sounds like something that you might be interested in, then do keep on watching. I want to relocate to Canada, but I'm not sure what route I should relocate through. Should I relocate through the study route? Should I relocate as a permanent resident? What if I have a family? These are questions I get from people who watch my video. That is why in today's video, I'm going to discuss a couple of things that you should consider before deciding what route you should relocate to Canada through. So stay tuned for that. Before we keep going, I would like to encourage you to click that subscribe button down below. It helps my channel grow and it means a lot to me. Thank you very much. The first thing I want you to consider is time. If you feel like you don't have a lot of time and you want to relocate to Canada as quickly as possible, let's say in like a year, then the study route is for you, because typically the study routes, like your study visas, get approved faster as compared to permanent residency visas, which typically take around a year and a half to 2 years. So if you are like, I want to relocate to Canada in like the next 6 months or the next 1 year, and you have the money to fund your studies, the best route for you to relocate to Canada through is the study route. Another thing I want you to consider is your work experience. By this, I mean that if you have some years of work experience in Nigeria or in your home country, then I would strongly advise that you consider the permanent residency route. This is because Canada specifically set up this route for people who have skilled work experience. So if you've worked for a number of years in your home country, you have corporate work experience or skilled work experience, then permanent residency route is for you, no doubt, because this route was set up specifically for people who have work experience. So don't sleep on permanent residency. The process might be longer, it might take more time, but at the end of the day, it pays you if you have work experience. For example, if you've worked for like 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, the more years of work experience you have, the more points you're going to get in the express entry pool. So don't sleep on it. Another thing that you should consider is your age. If you are over the age of 35 or 40, then I would advise you to consider going to Canada as a student first, and then from there getting your postgraduate work permit, and then from there getting your permanent residency. I'm saying this because if you apply for permanent residency directly through express entry, you are going to get basically 0 points for age. In my last video, I talked about the CRS score and how the Canadian express entry system works. And I'm going to leave it somewhere up in the cards, somewhere here. So go and check that out. So if you have at the age of 40, you're going to get basically 0 points for age. The only way you're going to be able to benefit from the express entry pool age-wise is if you have a spouse who is younger than you, maybe younger than 35 or younger than 30. That is the only way you're going to get points for age. So that means that your spouse has to be the primary applicant. But if you're not married or you don't plan to go with your spouse, then the study route might be the best option for you, so that you can then get your postgraduate work permit and then from there get your permanent residency. It might seem like a longer route, but at the end of the day, that is what is going to pay you. Now, if you work in an in-demand field, for example, if you are a medical doctor, if you are a nurse, if you are a pharmacist, if you are a medical lab scientist or technologist, if you work in tech, if you are a tech bro or a tech sis, if you work in construction, if you're an architect, these are in-demand fields in Canada right now. So I would encourage you to consider 2 routes. The first is the work visa, meaning that you can apply for a job from here in Nigeria or your home country, and then your employer applies for your work visa or sponsors your work visa, then you'd be able to move to Canada. Also, you can consider going as a permanent resident because you are going to get a lot of points in the express entry pool if you are in any of these in-demand fields. So I would encourage you to consider this. If you have gotten to this point in the video, kindly hit that subscribe button down below. It means a lot to me and it helps my channel grow. Thank you very much. If your goal is to acquire Canadian citizenship in the shortest time possible, then it is a no-brainer that the permanent residency route is the best for you, because if you are able to secure your permanent residency and you reside in Canada for 3 years, then you can apply for your citizenship. That means that you are going to be able to get that passport. So this is something that you should consider if you have the means and you are willing to be patient enough to get the permanent residency. So If you get your PR and you reside in Canada for 3 years, then you can apply for your citizenship and, enjoy your Canadian citizenship life. This point is very important for you to consider. If you are not yet sure if you want to reside in Canada permanently or for the foreseeable future, then it would be wise for you to first relocate to Canada as a student. Maybe you are young or you are not yet settled and you are not yet sure if Canada is where you want to be permanently. Then going to Canada first as a student will give you the opportunity to explore and experience Canada for about a year or two while you are studying before you make that decision to stay there permanently. Because permanent residence is a big commitment in and of itself, financially and in so many other ways. And it's not something that you want to just jump into. You want to be sure and certain about it before you do it. So if this is your case, if this is your situation, then I would encourage you to first go as a student or maybe get a job there, go as a worker. Then after you've stayed in the country for a couple of years, then you can decide if that is where you want to be permanently before making that big leap of permanent residency and later down the line, citizenship. Finally, and this I think is one of the most important things that you should consider before you relocate to Canada or any other country for that matter. If you have kids and you want to give them a better sense of stability and access to certain government resources like subsidized childcare, scholarships, and even yourself as the parent, then obviously permanent residency is the best for you. Because as a permanent resident or citizen in Canada, you have access to more government resources, more government subsidies as compared to somebody who is a student in Canada. That is just the way their system works. So if this is your situation, if you are married or if you have children, then the permanent residency route is going to be the best for you based on what I know and based on the way the Canadian system works. This is what is going to give you the most benefits. You're going to be able to maximize your benefits of being in Canada if you go there as a permanent resident. If you have kids, your kids are going to feel more stable. They are going to feel like, oh, they are here to stay. And then you as the parent, you're going to get access to subsidized childcare, which is something that is very important to parents who have young children. So this is one important point I'm going to encourage you to consider. What do you think of the points I shared in this video? Did I miss anything? Leave it in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts. In my next video, I'm going to share some visa sponsorship opportunities in Canada and other countries around the world. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Give this video a big fat thumbs up. Thank you very much, because it helps the YouTube algorithm recommend this video to other people that it might benefit. So be sure to do that before you leave. We have come to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. I know that your time is valuable and I'm so grateful that you decided to give me just a little bit of your time. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.